Let's get down into it, the nitty gritty. So, first off, I've been hearing a lot of skepticism is the word, I guess. I don't know. About the frame rate being locked at 60 frames per second in multiplayer. And I understand the frustration, of course, being a PC player and all. We want to have as much frames as possible that we can run. On the flip side, I understand why Forza did it. And in reality, I did run FM7 in 60. I ran it in 144. I ran it in 120. There's definitely a noticeable difference running the game and at a lower refresh rate than a higher refresh rate. Just a much smoother experience on PC, but I think that's based off of what your monitor's refresh rate is. So, like I have a 144 hertz monitor, and running it at 144, it's smooth, or even unlocked, it's smooth. Running it at 120, it's pretty smooth. You dip it down to 60 and it's still playable, but you can definitely tell the difference. So I understand the frustration. I don't know. It's not gonna keep me from playing the game, that's for sure. And I might have found a solution, may not. I'm not gonna say if I have or not before I test it. Once the game comes out, if I test it and everything looks good, I will. I'll share it, and hopefully, it's not so much a workaround, but it might help smooth out the frames and the picture that we get. I don't think it'll give us an advantage at all. So hopefully it won't be considered a cheat, because it's a built-in feature of NVIDIA that I'm looking at. So we'll see if it works. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I'll share my findings once I am able to play the game and test my theory. So that's that on the frames. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time. Again, like I said, I understand the frustration of PC players not being able to run unlocked frames. And I also understand the position Turn 10 is in, that they want to just make a fair game. I'm not sure if the difference in frame rates gives an advantage or not. I guess it does. Never researched it. I'm not going to research it. So it is what it is. Moving on to a little bit bigger of a topic that I want to talk about. Hey, what's going on, Forza? I'm doing all right. Just talking Forza 2023 at the moment. More so because I'll probably put this onto YouTube at some point. Probably after the stream today. I'll probably get it downloaded. But yeah, just talking about my thoughts and opinions at the moment about new information coming out about the game. So the other big topic I want to talk about is this. Let me find it. This. I might need to here. Let me reduce the size camera so that everything can be seen. Okay. So here is the most current list of new cars that have come out that are going to be on Forza Motorsport. You can see 4 brand new cars to Forza. 4 brand new cars to Forza. That being the 2021. Basically, I want to just talk about the GT3 cars on this list, or the GTE cars that are on this list. For one, we have the 2020 Corvette C8R, which in theory is a GTE car. You know, it's a GTE car, and then of course for this year they basically neutered it so that it can go into the GT3 class for this year until the new Z06 GT3R comes out next year. So yeah, there's one. There's a brand new one. So hopefully it'll be balanced correctly for the game. Yeah, Game Pass day one. Yeah. I'll be getting the premium access or the premium bundle, whatever it is, that allows to play 5 days early. So I'll be on earliest October. I think it releases October 4th, 10 p.m. for me. So just a little less than 6 weeks away. Almost, we're getting down to 5 weeks basically. 5 weeks as of Thursday. So Thursday night. So we got the BMW M8 GTE, which is, they don't even run it anymore because BMW is out of the GTE class altogether. The Aston Martin V12 Vantage GT3, they do not run anymore because they have a new Aston, which we will get to in just a second. I do have a something to look at for GT3 cars. So we'll be looking at that in a second as far as GT3 goes. What else is on this list? BMW M6 GTLM. Yeah, it's another GTE car that they don't run anymore. The 2017 Ferrari 488 Challenge. Now, I am guessing that is going to be the GT3 488, is my guess, which is a newer GT3 car. It's not the newest because Ferrari just started using the 296 GT3. But I will give Forza a pass on that because it's a brand new car. I believe the only person that has it right now on the game, or at least that's been confirmed that's going to have it in the game, is Assetto Corsa Competizione. I'm sure iRacing will get it at some point soon. But as of right now, the only confirmed place that it will be is in Assetto Corsa Competizione. It's a brand new car, so I give Forza, maybe it'll come along as a DLC later on after launch. But the 488 Challenge is a newer version GT3 that we didn't have. We had the 458 GT3 in Forza Motorsport 7. So I am welcome to that. The 2017 Ultima race car. Yeah, they don't even race this anymore. And when they do, it's in supercar V8s. The 2017 Porsche 911 RSR. I guess because it's been in the game before, it's in the game again, but it's an older model. The 2016 Rotec Racing TTRS is basically a Cup Series car that is meant to race among TTRSs and not among other GT3 cars. The 2016 Ford Racing GT Le Mans. Well, because it is the GT Le Mans, which is the GTE version, it's not technically a GT3 car. However, there is a GT3 equivalent, and there is no newer GT3 out. I believe the GT3 variant of the Ford is a little bit newer, but other than that, it's an older vehicle. If you follow motorsports at all, you will know that Ford is bringing the new Ford Mustang GT3s and GT4 for next year. 2015 Porsche Team Manthe 991. So this is the much older version of the Porsche. I don't understand it all. Again, there's newer GT3 Porsche versions, and we'll get to that again in a second. And then the 2014 Dodge number 93 SRT Motorsports Viper GTSR. Probably just in the game because it was a Xbox / Forza sponsored car at one point. Now, that we've run down this list right here, we're going to take a look at the list of current GT3 models that are ran across all series. I will dictate whether they're run in SRO, which is the Fanatec GT Challenge World Championships, WEC, and then IMSA, WeatherTech Sports Car Series. So starting out with that, here is the list of cars. As you can see, I've already sorted it by the newest homologation number. They number each car by its homologation. So going down here, I guess I'll just start from newest to oldest. That should still be in the game. Starting with the Ferrari 296 GT3 that I've already talked about. It just released this past year, so I give Forza some leniency on this. Again, this is one car that's only been confirmed for ACC as of this point. It races in across all forms of GT3 racing, I believe. It's basically Ferrari's newest GT3 car. What's going on, Etch? We're just talking about the list compared to what Forza Motorsport is going to have compared to current GT3 models. That's all we're doing. Next up is the Porsche 911 GT3. This is one I don't understand why Forza did not bring into the game. I know iRacing just got it last month, so I'm hoping that this car will come in as DLC later on after launch, as well as any current GT models that we do not have, like the 296. Let me also be clear that the list that Forza put out yesterday about the GT3 cars, they may not be all the GT3 cars. They might be hiding some. We might get some more later on. There might be more in the game at launch than we know about right now. But this is based on what has been confirmed to be out at launch of the game. Another car missing is the Lamborghini Huracan GT3 Evo 2. Again, another car I don't understand that's not in the game, because it should be. The Lamborghini that we have in Forza Motorsport 7, let me scroll down here to Lamborghini, I believe is the... Let me just sort it by manufacturer. That'll be easier. Go down to Lamborghini. I believe we have just this one right here, which basically is it's getting to the end of its life. It's still raced. It can still be raced. Its homologation ends this year, but of course everybody races the Evo 2 now. There is the Evo. I believe we have the Evo version in FM7. So we do have the upgraded Lamborghini, but still not the newest one, which was the Evo 2. This is the big one that I don't get why is not on that list, or again, it may not have just been listed yet as a launch car, but the BMW M4 GT3, because it's been out since last January. Plenty of time to put it in the game. I don't understand why we have the M8 and the M6 when the M4 GT3 is the most current BMW GT3 race car, and it's used everywhere. It's used in IMSA. It's used in WC. It's used in SRO. It's used in ADAC. You know, so it's used across the board. Another vehicle that I don't think we have ever seen in Forza Motorsport. The 720S GT3, which is the newest McLaren being used. The previous version is the 650 GT3, which I believe we have in Forza Motorsport 7. However, it would be nice to see the 720S GT3 McLaren come out. Who knows? Again, another one, Aston Martin Vantage AMR GT3. We have an Aston Martin in the game in FM7. That Aston Martin is the V12 Vantage GT3, which lost its homologation in 2019. 4 years ago. I get bringing back some cars that may not be, used anymore, but when you have an updated version of this car that's sitting right here, I don't understand why you would bring back the old version of the game. Again, this car has been out since 2019. 2019. There's no reason for this Aston Martin not to be in the game. Alrighty, moving on. We've got the older Porsche 911 GT3 R. It's basically so up here, right here, you got the Porsche 911 GT3 R. It's just a newer version. It's the 992. This is the 991. I'm not particularly, I'm not really going to talk about this one because it is, it's kind of obsolete now. So if you're going to bring a new Porsche, you might as well bring the 992. However, going up here and turning this off, we go down here. The latest Porsche that we have is from 2017, which is the 911 RSR, which is not even a GT3 car. It is a GTE car, which means that it's a different spec. So if you're going to race all these cars together, you better balance them out right. So, yeah. Moving on. The Bentley Continental GT3. This one I do understand. This one, we did have it. We had it in FM7, so hopefully it comes back. I'm not sure though because SRO. This is strictly basically an SRO car that races in the Fanatec GT Challenge. But we did have it in FM7, so hopefully it comes back for the new Forza Motorsport. Another car that we did have in FM7, the GTR Nismo GT3, which is the newest model, so I'm fine with that. Actually, I believe we actually had the 2016 version though. Yeah. We had this version right here. So to be honest, I don't think much has changed except for the body shape. So there's no real reason. Next up, the Honda Acura NSX GT3. We've never had the Acura NSX. It's a bit newer. But again, it needs to be in the game. It needs to be in the new Forza Motorsport. It's been out long enough. Forza has ties with IMSA. Definitely. So it needs to be in the game. The Lexus RCF GT3. Never had it. Older GT3. Needs to be in the game. And then the Corvette C7 GT3 loses its homologation at the end of this year. Of course, we have the new C8 GTE variant. So 488 I've already talked about. The M6 I've already talked about. It needs to be gone from the game. I feel like it should not even be in the game. And then, of course, the Mercedes GT3. We had it in FM7. Hopefully, we get the GT3 Evo version and the new Forza Motorsport. And then coming down here to the Audi R8 LMS, which have announced that they are no longer going to be in GT3. So I honestly don't care if we get the Audi R8 in the new Forza or not, because it is not going to be racing in GT3 anymore. So